Yo, what's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be going over the 4 phases of the Instagram patient sales funnel process. Right before we get into it, please subscribe to the channel because I'm going to continuously be posting content just like this to help you get more of your ideal patients every single month using Instagram alone. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Before I go into the 4 phases of the Instagram sales process, I wanted to go ahead and dive deep into why you should know and understand the actual Instagram sales process in the first place. The reason why you need to know more about the Instagram patient sales process is because every single person is different when it comes to who discovers you on Instagram and where they're at. Some people could be in one part of the sales process and some people could be on the complete other side of the sales process. And if you understand the sales process itself, then you'll know what to expect whenever it comes to getting new patients on Instagram instead of having an unrealistic expectation. Because that's one thing that most marketing agencies and gurus do, is they give you this picture that is not the reality, and that's not something that I want to do. So I would much rather just show you what it actually is like if you start implementing the strategy of getting more patients from Instagram. So now that you know why you should understand the Instagram sales process, now it's time to go into what is the Instagram patient sales process. Instagram patient sales process is literally from the point to where somebody just discovers you on Instagram to them becoming a patient. It's basically the journey that a person goes through from not knowing who you are at all to knowing exactly who you are, what you do, and knowing that you can help them and them actually moving the needle to become a patient. It's as simple as that. Now let's dive into the 4 phases of the Instagram patient sales process. The first phase is awareness phase. Now in this phase, this is when people just discover you on Instagram. They had no idea you existed whatsoever. They came across your profile and now they know that you exist. This is the very beginning of the sales process. For the most part, these people are not going to be ready to buy now. They're not going to be ready to become a patient right now. You will get a small percentage of people that are ready to become a patient, but the majority of people are gonna be in the other phases that I'm gonna go over here in a little bit. But remember, the awareness phase is when somebody just discovers you on Instagram. The second phase is the nurturing phase. Nurturing phase is when someone discovers you, they go ahead and they give you a follow on Instagram, and now they're seeing your content every single time you post. You've maybe even had a conversation with them and they said that they were interested, but they weren't ready to go right now. And they're seeing you post on your stories, etc., etc. Basically, in the nurturing phase, they're getting to know more about you and what you do. And this phase is actually the most important part of the whole funnel because you have to get people to the point to where they know, like, and trust you. Because remember, if people don't know, like, and trust you, then they will more than likely not become a patient now or later or refer you to someone that they know. So the nurturing phase is super key to converting more people and more of your followers into new patients in the long run. But you have to be producing really engaging, high quality content in order to be able to do that so that they can stay on your radar and want to actually keep up with you after they follow you. The third phase is the interest phase. Now, these people have been following you for quite some time now. They know exactly what you do. They've seen you help other people, and now they're becoming interested to become a patient. Now, what I want you to know about the interest phase is that there are definitely people that are interested right off of the bat. Like I said, in the awareness phase, you will have a small portion of people that are ready to become patients now, but the majority of people will not become patients now. It's usually within 90 days, maybe even to a year that they're ready to become a patient because they have to be nurtured in order to know, like, and trust you and build that trust factor and relationship, and then they'll be ready. But the interest phase for the majority of people that don't move forward in the beginning are the people that went through the nurturing phase. So now, like I said, they're familiar with who you are. They've been following you for a while. They've been engaging with your content, even if it's just watching your content. They know that you help people and that you could potentially help them, and now they are interested into becoming a patient. Now, the last and final phase is the buying phase. Buying phase is when the person is finally ready to pull the the trigger. They are ready to become a patient, so they reach out to you, or they go to the link in your bio and just schedule through there, or they even give you a call or text you to book an appointment. There have been so many times where I actually have reached out to a client and said, hey, we only got this amount of patients from what I see through the messaging. And they tell me, oh, that's interesting because we actually got this many patients. And I think the reason why you didn't know that is because these people called us, or they drove to our office, or they just booked with the link in the bio. And the only way that I can explain that, guys, is if they went through the full sales process that I just mentioned. They became aware, you nurtured them, they became interested, and now they're ready to go. So that's it, guys. This is literally the 4 phases of the Instagram patient sales process. If you understand this process, then you'll understand the journey that people are actually going through in order to become a patient, legitly from the point of them not knowing who you are to them becoming a patient. And the last key thing that I want you to remember, guys, is not every single person is going through this process the same way. Like I said, some people, they will be ready to become patients now. Some people need to be nurtured a little bit, or for a long time. And even some people might not ever become a patient still. They might even just refer you to someone that they know just because they know that you can help them. So I hope you guys got a ton of value from this video and you understand a lot more about getting more patients from your Instagram and getting a real live breakdown of what the sales process looks like and the journey that people are going on. Oh, and before I go, if you are a chiropractor, whether it's you're about to open up or you've been in practice for a little while and your Instagram is kind of just sitting there collecting dust because you don't know what to do with it, you don't know how to run ads, you don't know what kind of content to post, etc., etc., then I want to invite you on a one-on-one, no strings attached discovery call. In this call, I'm gonna literally just ask you a couple of questions, get a sense of where you're at currently, where you're trying to get to and what your goals are. And if you're a good fit for what I do, then I'll literally show you how we can potentially work with each other one-on-one. And I always love saying this, do not book the call if you are not serious about this, because I only wanna work with people that are gonna go all in and actually wanna take their practice to the next level. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the description below so you can go ahead and book that call as soon as possible. And I'm also gonna go ahead and link the full Instagram patient funnel strategy that my clients are using to add an extra $50,000 to $200,000 a year for their practice in revenue using Instagram alone. Make sure you go check that out because I literally give you everything of what you need to know about the strategy to get started with it without you paying me a dime. But other than that, hope you guys enjoy this video, stay tuned, and yeah, stay blessed.